Welcome back to our next little tutorial on all things glass. We have a little different one going on. It's about mirrors. And as you guys can see, this mirror is not really a lot going on. In fact, it's a little bit chipped in the corner, but that's okay. We're gonna bring this back to life. And this is a great option if you have a plain framed mirror, maybe over your vanity or in your kitchen or anything that needs something a little bit more to make it pop. And what we're gonna need to use for this project is a spray bottle that's filled with vinegar. And we also have looking glass. It's a spray can. I have some white spray paint. This is optional. You can use regular acrylic paint if you like. Of course, we will need our stencil, paper towels handy, and our go-to brushes and paint container. So, I've seen a lot of tutorials online where they take a beautiful mirror and they actually use really harsh chemicals to strip the backing off of it. And it looks beautiful, but it's actually kind of dangerous. So I wanted to show you another option to get that kind of an antique mirror effect without using of those chemicals. And this is going to be just as beautiful. So first things first, we're just going to spray along with some vinegar. Then we're just going to add the looking glass to it. Let it sit there for about 10 seconds. Aha! Look at that. So right here I'm just dabbing up and down to get rid of all of that excess paint. And look at that really cool finish we have going on here. Definitely looks really worn and super antique-y. So I want to make sure that my finish is going to be on here for a good long while. That means we need to wait for it to dry. So we're just going to let it sit here for a couple hours until it's completely dry to the touch, and then we'll move on to the whole stenciling part about this. All right, welcome back. It's been the next day since we got this project started. I let it sit overnight. That was plenty of time. You guys probably don't need to wait that long, but I just did. And it's completely dry and it looks really antique-y and really cool. But to take this project to the next level, I found this really beautiful stencil. And I think that's gonna look so nice on this statement piece. It just frames it perfectly. You can also use written words or maybe some flower stencils or whatever kind of stencils you like. I just really like this pattern. I think it kind of goes with the whole antique-y feel that I'm going for. So now that I have the placement down where I want this guy, I'm going to go ahead and just cover up the rest because I don't want my paint that I'm going to use to get on anything else but the stencil. So I'm just going to cover up the rest of the mirror with my blue tape. Now that I have this tape down, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm just checking my edges, but everything looks really good. Next up, I'm going to just spray it on. I have some white spray paint here. And you guys are welcome to use any type of paint you want, but I like the spray paint because I'm actually kind of want it to go under my edges and make it a little bit less perfectly clean looking because I think that's more of an antique feel that we're going for. And I think it matches our mirror better. That's my personal taste. Of course, you guys can use acrylic paint or even wall paint or hey, even chalk paint if you want. You guys may have noticed that I sprayed a little bit more harsh in other places and a little bit lighter in the other places. And again, that's because I kind of want it to look aged and antique and old. Some places are a little bit more worn out than others. And that's the effect that I'm going for. So go ahead and play around with the spray paint and find the look that you want to achieve. And of course, when we're working with spray paint, make sure you are working in a well-ventilated area, maybe have a face mask on. And as you guys can see, I taped down my workspace so I don't have any accidents on my lovely table here. Now that I'm done spray painting, I'm just removing all of the paper carefully. And look at that. Now we have a beautiful statement mirror. I love that I use the spray paint a little bit more harsh in other places and a little bit more loose and carefree in other places. It really gives a nice dimension, and you can still see through it, so it is kind of still a functional mirror. All right, so that wraps up this fun little stencil project, and you know we have some more coming up, so stay tuned. And I have one more project for you. Today we're going to be working with chalk paint. It's really popular right now, and you know what else is really popular? Mason jars. So I came up with a project that combines these two. It's going to be really beautiful and, of course, super useful.